Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. How we all doing today in this beautiful day here on Friday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo Day, everybody. So everybody's Mexican today. Another American holiday for people to go out and drink. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I hope you're ready for a great weekend. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. This is the new studio, finally. We debuted it yesterday, so this is nice. Again, I need to thank my lovely wife, Laura. Of course, Rob, a guy helping us out, my son, Tony, putting us all together. So this is the new studio, so I hope you guys all like it very much, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Ocean's Pit is a little show about big things. It's dedicated to the first responders. Thank you for doing what you do, and also goes out to great people like you. The shirt for today, greatest band in the world, the Raspberries. Woo! Anyway, so we got great stuff going on today. We got a great guest. And folks, first of all, before everything else, check out the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. And we are live on all 5 social media outlets: the Tony Ocean Facebook page, the Mo Carraro Facebook page, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Ocean's Pit Facebook page. We got a lot going on. Boy, first of all, thank you everybody who showed up last night to Zaza's in Lake Barrington. What a great crowd. Thank you. Great for seeing the Provenzanos last night. Thank you guys so much. Jeff Dubray, incredible job. Angelo Coramato from Naples, Italy came and knocked the crowd out. Thank you guys so much. Tommy, it was Sonny. Thank you, my buddy Sonny. Tommy and the boys, thank you guys for showing up last night. It was a great night. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg tonight with my good buddy, the captain, Professor Daryl Armanstad. That's an 8 o'clock hit. Tomorrow, May 6th, is a private affair for my good friend, Christina Bertoli, from the hit TV show, Smothered. That's her party tomorrow, of course, for Cara Mia's communion. So we're excited of that tomorrow as well. A lot of stuff going on, folks. And we just got the nomination, folks, again for Ocean's Pit, the 2023 Josie Awards. We were up for internet marketing show for, hopefully we'll win again, in Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry. We'll be there October 22nd and 23rd. We won last year the award, so let's see if we win it this year for the best internet show. And we are also nominated this year, everybody, for Ocean's Rat Pack for the best tribute band. Nominated for the best tribute band, Ocean's Rat Pack, tribute to Frank, Dean, and Sammy. So congratulations to the other winners: Nixta Hodges, Chicago Hitmen. Congratulations to Professor Daryl Amistad and Sonia. Congratulations, Ronnie B. Elvis. Congratulations, Stephanie out there. So cool. Jimmy Parker again. Jackson. Lou Bellotti, folks, photographer from the Arcada, was nominated for the best photographer, and the Arcada was nominated, Ron Onesti, for the venue of the year. Thank you so much again, Tony, Josie, and Tina Marie. God bless you guys. The Josie Awards, Nashville, Tennessee, October 22nd, 23rd at the Grand Ole Opry. Maybe Ocean's Pit will pick up another award. Do we have? Yeah, this was last year's award. For the best internet show 2022, so at the Grand Ole Opry. So let's see if we can win this year in October. We're very, very excited. All right, so the show is Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have guests. Thursday, of course, is my co-host, my lovely wife, Laura Ocean. And Tuesdays, we shoot the shit as we do. Today's guest, we got a great one. A good friend of ours, Loretta Remington, everybody. A great entertainer in her own right. She fronts the band called Bad Reputation Tribute, the all-female tribute band to Joan Jett, baby. Woo! We're going to have a lot of fun with Loretta on. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So, before we do all that, it's time for our sponsors, because without our sponsors, you know how that works. Ace Hardware, everybody. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Always taking care of you guys. Buy local, shop local. Remember, Raffaello, Jackie, and Melissa do an incredible job. A lot of great points. How about the Ace Hardware points? Don't forget to sign up for those. And spring is in the air. Don't forget to tell them, grill your ace off. You want to get $20 off any grill purchase in the store? Tell them, hey, I want to grill my Ace off with Ace Hardware. Remember, Ace has been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That's Ace Hardware. Also, let's not forget our good buddies from Gorelli Pavement Company. Gorelli knows the curb appeal of your home and business, largely affected by concrete and asphalt. Gorelli is here to help you keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, or patching. We also complete asphalt replacements for residential and commercial lots. They also do driveways. So let's not forget our good buddies from Gorelli Pavement Company. Guys, don't forget, call Laura or Barb today for a free estimate. Tell them Tony Ocean called. That's Gorelli Pavement Service, 815-271-5835. That's 815-271-5835. They also do business in Illinois, of course, Wisconsin, and Indiana. That's Gorelli Pavement Service. Tell them Tony O sent ya. It was great seeing Sonny last night, by the way. All right, so let's say hello to some people in the house today. Carol, how are you doing? Just another reason for people to go out and drink with the Cinco de Mayo. Unbelievable. It's like St. Patrick's Day. You know, folks, in Ireland, they don't even drink on St. Patrick's Day. They don't drink in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. Provenzano, thank you so much. Johnny Gararian. Johnny, I'm going to call you today. We got to talk. Danny Mazzi, another good friend of ours, folks. Great guy, Danny, and the family. Great guy, Danny and Robin. Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street and Elgin. Buy local, shop local. And let's not forget Michael and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, that's crashchampions.com. All right, busy stuff coming up before we bring Loretta on. I'm telling you, it is so cool. You know, 2 days ago, we were just at the Rock and Roll Museum in Joliet. We did a live show there in Joliet, Route 66. Ron Romero, thank you so much for that. And Dino Manzella was our guest, of course, from Seventh Heaven. And speaking of Seventh Heaven, you know what we're doing January, folks? Now, listen, you guys want to be in the cold in January. Do you really want to freeze your ass off in January? No. Joey Spin's in the house. Michael, what's up, buddy? Hey, January 7th through January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Wonders of the Sea, the biggest ship on the water, 4 football fields long. It's going to be Tony Ocean in the main event band. It's going to be my new rock band, Mojo's Jukebox, and Seventh Heaven, all on one cruise ship, baby. That's right, January 7th to January 14th, 2024. All the special deal rooms are sold out, but we still have other rooms. So make sure you call Mary and look up Chicago Music Cruise 2024. Remember, kicks off in Orlando, Florida. We go to Coca Cay, Bahamas, private island owned and only stops there for Royal Caribbean, Wonders of the Sea. Then we go to St. Martin. Then we go to St. Thomas. Woo! Cruise ship. Tony Ocean, the main event band, Mojo's Jukebox, and the one and only Chicago's own Seventh Heaven for 1 week on the cruise ship, January 2024. Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Hello, Luann. Hello, Joanne. We have California, New Jersey, Ohio, California, Santa Barbara. How are we doing, Wisconsin? Hey, we got Indiana's in the house today, and so is Indianapolis. Hello, welcome to Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things. Cinco de Mayo, Kentucky Derby. Hope you guys are going out doing all your betting on the horses. Kathy Cundiff, Arizona's in the house. And a lot of good stuff today, folks. Big gigs coming up. May 13th, Mojo's Jukebox will be in Iowa, opening up for Chicago. The real band, Chicago, with Mojo's Jukebox, May 13th. May 24th, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Alley. Carnival Speakeasy, downtown Chicago, Fulton Market. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ocean's Rat Pack. Hope you guys can join us. And Mojo's Jukebox will be at Belmont and Sheffield Festival on the 27th of May, playing some great rock and roll. June 3rd will be at the Vixen Theater in McHenry with Ocean's Rat Pack. And don't forget, I'll be opening for the Grassroots right here in my hometown of Elk Grove Village on June 4th. Very, very excited. I am so excited, man. Good stuff. We got more stuff happening. Anyway, you guys need to go out and support local establishments. Live entertainment's very, very important. And we got the great Dennis, Lake Geneva's in the house. We'll be in Lake Geneva May 28th at the Tropical Parrot, Thirsty Parrot. It's going to be fun, 1 to 5. Kim Peterson LaFew, a great singer in the Chicagoland area. Her band In Session is watching. How you doing, honey? Mary's watching. There is the website for the cruise, www.chicagomusiccruise.com. All the regular rates, special rates are sold out. But I'm sure you talk to Mary. Maybe they can fit you out, get you out some great deals for the Tony Ocean Seventh Heaven cruise. I'm excited about that. A lot of good stuff, man. We are so excited. There it is again, right on the bottom of the screen. Let's take care of a couple more sponsors because I don't want to interrupt Loretta when she's doing her interview. Coming up in about 2 minutes, folks. Loretta Remington, she fronts the great Bad Reputation. Of course, the all-female tribute to Joan Jett, baby. Woo! Gonna be fun. Patrice in the house. Great seeing you yesterday, Patrice. Chicago Honey Bears, former Chicago Bear Honey Bears in the house. Hey, Tony, I love you too, Leon. Yeah, the studio. Thank you so much. Did all the best we could to get it all right. So we really do appreciate that very much. All right. Let's take care of a couple more sponsors here, and then let's bring up our guest. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. If you're looking for a good lawyer, Roy McCampbell, right out of Rosemont, Illinois, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. That's Roy McCampbell. Laura Ocean Solutions and credit card. Increase your profits with credit card fees, and you'll never have to shop again with Laura Ocean Solutions. Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. Top of the morning, my good buddy Sal, 224-276-6550. That's Deutsch Power Center. All right, folks, without any further ado, she fronts the band called Bad Reputation, and they've got a bad reputation, baby. The very number one all-female Joan Jett tribute band in the country, man. They are fantastic. They give you all the great hits. I hate myself for loving you. Crimson and Clover, Bad Reputation, I Love Rock and Roll. So many more great songs. And Loretta's got a lot of history. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's bring on the bad woman herself. That's right, Loretta Remington. Loretta, how you doing, honey?
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, it's nice that you're up. How you doing? Good.
I thought I'd play the Benny Hill song.
There you go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there you go. Bunny Hill. Absolutely. Loretta, how are you doing, hon?
Okay, say it again.
How are you doing, Loretta? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm a little jittery from the coffee I had.
Yeah, that coffee will kill you. I can't do coffee. Anything with caffeine really screws me up. Yeah, I can't handle that coffee stuff. First of all, thank you for being on the show. I do really appreciate it. Let's start off real quick, Loretta. Where were you born, hon?
Evanston, Illinois, 1965.
God bless. Growing up in Evanston, what was it like as a kid in Evanston?
Well, I was born at that hospital. I lived in Glenview.
Okay, so what was it like with Glenview growing up as a kid?
Not really into the North Shore scene, so I was always riding my bike to Des Plaines and Niles.
Yeah, I get that North Shore scene. I can see where you're coming from on that. You have a big family, Loretta?
Well, kind of just me and my mom now. She's a retired psychologist for the state for over 35 years with dementia now. And there's really no family around. So here I am.
All right. So you're there taking care of your mom, which is very, very cool. So Loretta, where'd you get the influence from? Someone in your family? Where did you hear music for the first time saying, man, this is what I'd like to do?
Well, everybody in my family was musically inclined, whether it was piano, drums, singing. And when I was young, I had a stepbrother and stepsister. So I had 4 older siblings that were always listening to the Beatles and Black Sabbath and all the classic rock mostly. So I remember, dancing around on the pillows off the couch to the Beatles and stuff. So I became a fan of music real young. I didn't find my voice till I was 12. Um, there was a class called Introduction to Rock at Springman Junior High in Glenview, and the teacher, he had me sing in front of everybody, and I didn't want to do that, but that's where I found my voice, and I found out I was actually a soprano and an alto. And next thing I know,
You played an instrument too. Did you play guitar at first?
not till I was 15.
All right. Okay. So
Started
do you
playing.
still play guitar?
No, I don't. I just play acoustic and country and folk.
All
Um,
right.
I'm focusing more on my singing and letting the pros in my band play the music.
Well, we met a few years back to our good friends, Mr. Tony Shark, the late, great Tony Shark up in heaven, um, when he came up with this great idea with the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast, which was kind of cool. I thought the concept was great. I think the show was a little too long, but it was definitely a great show. And you got to come out and do Joni, which we got to meet, and that was fantastic doing that. Um, Loretta, you got some great people in your band. Me and Lori go back many, many years. She was in Bitch and Tough Love, and I was in Broken Heart. We were both on the Chicago Class of '85 record. I think me and Lori are also on the cover of the Illinois Entertainer together, both bands, I think in 1985, May, when they had the Chicago uh, um, Class of '85 record. Yeah, so you got a great, impressive band behind you. Let's see now. You love music. You love Joan. Why Joan Jett?
Well, I was gonna do. I was stage manager for In a Nutshell show. Alan and Dolores
Yeah,
Weiss
sure.
on that show, and they were doing a 3-song salute to your favorites. And they asked if I wanted to impersonate anybody, and I said I don't impersonate anybody. And a few days later, I had a cold, and I was in the car, and Joan Jett was on the radio. I started singing along. I said, "Oh my gosh, I sound like her." So I told them I'll do the show, and I found some musicians uh, to do three Joan Jett songs. And I'm not sure. I believe you were there. Tony Shark showed up.
Yeah, we were there with the Dream Police. I think we shot on that same show or the show after. Yes, I do remember that. That was
Yeah.
very, very cool. Um, that's pretty cool. And you know what? Speaking of, I mean, Joan Jett, if you think about it, going back to looking some of her stuff that she's been through and everything that she's done with some great songs. Now, obviously, everybody knows that if maybe people don't know, but of course, at one particular time, Joan Jett, Lita Ford were in a band called the Runaways when they came out, Cherry Bomb. Anyway, yeah. So in your show, basically, Runaways and Joan Jett music.
Yes. I would say 75% Joan Jett, 25% Runaways. But because, Joan Jett does whatever she wants, so can we. So we throw in some Blondie and the Ramones and stuff like that. Things that we think Joan Jett would approve of.
Absolutely. And Ramones, one of my favorite bands, actually. And I absolutely, that's fantastic. How long is a show normally when you guys go out?
Well, we do up to a 90-minute set, and we're increasing that. But we also do an hour set as an opener.
Um, Loretta, growing up, trying to be a musician as a woman when you first started and now, do you find it difficult? Do you get a lot of shit because I knew years ago was a lot worse than it is now, but what's it like in the business really trying? I mean, yeah, they're just women. How does that all work? How do you guys go? How do you approach that?
Well, I'm very fortunate to have these girls in the band be such nice people and personable and go a little deeper than the average Joe. We're more than just acquaintances. We're all very close, and it's what's keeping everything together. Um, I don't really have experience being in a band with any other girls, but being a girl on the scene with all these guy bands was kind of a rough start. Um, you really got to prove yourself when you're a girl, and I've been working on it since 2016, 2017. It's finally come to fruition. We're playing the Displays Theater again. We were just there a couple weeks ago. We got asked to return to open for national touring act, the Ragdolls, out of LA. Their
Yeah.
Aerosmith tribute band. So we're psyched about that. That's
Well, you know what? Also, Joe, to be honest, Loretta, you're also got some musicians who've been in the business a long time, so they know shit when they hear it, and they can, So that's good to have the veteran people like that who know the business, who've been through it, and can, and that's great to have in your party with your band. Is it hard working with all females?
um no, not at all. I just kind of roll into band practice and it just flows. I mean, like you said, I got the best girls around in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah,
Everyone's familiar with Lori Counts. I mean, she's Chicagoland's guitar treasure.
sure. It's
Recognized
fantastic.
by the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know about officially, but definitely we're going for a podcast interview soon with them.
Yeah, very
Um,
cool place.
so I got pros in this band. We got Terry Lynn on the drums, Donna
Yeah.
Lee on the bass, Larry Counts on lead guitar, and also Laura Jansen's does our website, all our merch. She's just amazing, and she also plays lead guitar too.
And you know what? When you're out there doing what you're doing, it seemed I looked some video clips of you guys. You're out there, you're having a great time. Do the rest of the girls get into Joan Jett too, or they just love playing?
No, we were all fans before we even started this, and we started this during the COVID lockdown. Our first few
Yes,
band practices, we were wearing masks.
that,
We
that
really wanted to. I can't believe how fast these girls got these songs down. It's
well,
just a
you got professionals working with you, and that's how it works. I mean, and you know what? When you guys go out there, it's kind of cool because you don't see too many female bands. There's always maybe one, two. You got them together. You come out and you hit that stage, like 150 miles an hour, man. You hit it and you just give them everything you got, and that's what makes a great band. Joan Jett, if some people don't realize, if you never heard of her and don't know her music, she's more than just I love rock and roll, which by the way, she couldn't stand that song from stuff that I was hearing and some information on Joan Jett. She was born Joan Marie Larkin, is actually her real name, absolutely. She was known as a tomboy growing up. Loretta, do you consider yourself a tomboy when you were growing up?
Oh, absolutely. Until I was maybe, I don't know, 14, 15, everyone mistook me for a boy. And I was always saying, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. And I've hung off cliffs. I know all kinds of survival skills. If shit hits the fan, come over here. I got everything you need.
You got
I,
everything you need.
I
Loretta,
was,
can you move? Can you move a little bit more in the camera? Because I
oh
see half
yeah.
your face right there. Perfect.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's okay. That's good. I want people to see you. Joan Jett, actually, her very first show, she opened for the Rolling Stones. Her very
I would.
first gig. Do you imagine that first gig opening for the Rolling Stones? I mean, unbelievable that she has. And of course, they took the name. Joan Jett came up with the name, of course. Bad Reputation was an old Muddy Waters song. I don't know if you knew that or not,
No,
but that's where they got it from.
I
Very,
should know.
very cool. Her favorite song is Crimson and Clover. Do you guys do that in the show?
Yes, we do.
Do you have a favorite, Loretta?
Actually, my favorite song is Black Leather by the Runaways.
The Runaways, Loretta. Some people might not know the Runaways, and they might Google them after they see you or after they hear of the band. They, I mean, came around and they were so young of an age. I can just imagine what they were going through back in LA at that particular time when men really dominated the world, in music. At that particular time, it must have been very hard. Uh, do you know if Joan Jett and Lita Ford, do they still talk? Do you know? Do they enemies or anything like that? Or
No,
what
they're
you
not
hear or anything?
or anything, but there's conflict with Jackie Fox and Sherry Curry.
Curry,
Uh,
yeah.
Facebook really helps to connect with. Actually, you can connect with these people now, and sometimes because they're human, they vent on Facebook. So
Yeah. I mean,
they
it's yeah,
send
it's only
comments and find
normal.
out a lot of things.
Hey, Loretta, you spent some time in Florida. What was that like?
Well, I was looking for the ultimate environment. Was it going to be out in the mountains, out west Colorado, or the ocean? down south. So first I did go to Colorado 92, came back here for a while. And then I went south all along the Gulf Coast. It was great, but I'm glad I got out of Dodge before any hurricanes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because you never know what you're going to get out in Florida. Ocean Spit, little show about big things. We got Loretta Remington, folks, from Bad Reputation, the all female tribute to Joan Jett. How about a quick sponsor, real fast, folks? Let's not forget our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars from Tarpon Springs, Florida. Get the Tony Ocean special. Call Javier at 727-366-7536. How about Trico Hair Experts recreating great hair days? Carmela and Anthony from Rosemont, 773-999-7888. Loretta, there you go. What do you do? Any warm up before you sing when you go out there? What do you do?
I was going to ask you what you do.
Jack Daniels. That's it. Jack Daniels cures everything. Just a couple sips of that, and you're ready to roll. Very, very cool.
I can't drink before a show. You know what? I memorize all my lyrics. I don't know how I do it. I thought it was stupid, but I guess not, because when I'm on stage, I picture that piece of paper in my mind. It's like a photographic memory or something.
And that's something I have a horrible time doing. So that you can do that, good for you, because a lot of people can't. Let's name some songs. Obviously, I Hate Myself for Loving You. You do that, obviously. You guys do Little Drummer Boy at Christmas time?
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
You might want to do a holiday show with Joan Jett. You might well.
Actually, can I say something about the holiday show?
You can show whatever you want.
Set in stone, but I got my fingers crossed, and it looks like I might have passed the audition to open up for Bret Michaels at the Arcada next holiday. I asked him if I could, and he said, I can make that happen. I was like, oh. He goes, give your information to Ron. I said, Ron already has my information. Then I waited a couple weeks. I messaged Ron. I'm like, hey, Bret said he can make it happen. And then Ron said, let's make it happen. So why don't you play the Des Plaines Theater before then? So we did that a couple weeks ago, and now we get to go back. So I'm like getting a little excited, maybe, a little too soon, but fingers crossed, bucket list, No,
Loretta, you know what? You should be excited because you guys haven't been around that long and you've already played some nice theaters and stuff doing your job. Good for you guys. You know what? That's what I mean. Go out, bust your butt. That's what it is. Do you guys do Light of Day, the song with the...
Of course.
That's a great tune. Craig Olson said he loves that one. I thought it was a great song, too. Obviously, you do Bad Reputation, of course.
Yes, I don't give a damn.
And Cherry Bomb? Cherry Bomb?
Cherry Bomb?
Absolutely. And do you end? What's the last song of the night? I Love Rock and Roll?
How'd you know?
I'm just thinking. I don't know. Was that the last song? Very cool. My favorite song, if you're a Joan Jett fan, which obviously you are, there's a song called Good Music by her.
I haven't done that yet.
I love that song, man. It's got a great pop, got a great catch to it.
Well, thanks. I'll put it on our menu.
Yeah, that's a great tune there. So this is fantastic. We got Loretta Remington from Bad Reputation, Joan Jett. I like the look you guys all came out. Well, obviously, you look a little like Joni. Have you ever met Joan Jett? Or does she know of you guys?
I don't know if she knows of us, but I've been like 3 feet from her. I don't even think she looked at me. Front row at Tinley Park. So I was right up close and personal, let me tell you. And I'm friends with Gary Moss, the former bass player of the original Blackhearts, and Ricky Byrd, the original guitarist. They're very human.
Ricky was fantastic with the Blackhearts. He was great. Tommy Price used to be their drummer. I don't know if he still is.
He hasn't accepted my friendship, but the other guys have been friends with me for years. And Gary Moss, and Ricky Byrd, they were recognized in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Joan Jett. I believe in 2015.
Yeah, you might want to send a promo or something to her. I bet you'd get a big kick out of it.
Oh, don't you think I have been bugging like her guitar player, not the guys, the original Blackhearts, but yeah, I've tried here and there, and I've entered the Dress Like Jet contest for Halloween, and I submitted like, I don't know, 75 pictures. Of course, I didn't win because I hounded them too much, but I figure any attention is attention. Like if I fell on stage, everybody would hear about it. Or if my pants ripped on the back, everybody would hear about it. Or if I did what Joan Jett did in Do You Want to Touch Me? with the duster or whatever, the long
Yeah.
jacket. She goes, woo, with a
Yeah.
bikini for a second. If
Yeah.
I did that, any attention is attention. I don't care if it's good or bad. It's
I
attention.
say any publicity is great. Absolutely, man. Joan Jett moved out of her house when she was 15 years old. Loretta, do you remember when you moved out? How old were you?
Oh, geez. I would move out and always come back all the time, but I think I left when I was 19.
Loretta, I was reading some of your bio stuff. You stopped playing music, unfortunately, when you lost your brother, the firefighter, uh, paramedic, at a young age. What was that like? Must have been horrible. I can't even imagine. Can't even think about that. What it does, and I'm sure it's still in your heart. I'm sure he'd be very proud of you because you said he was. Was he one of the reasons that he liked what you were doing in music? He was like one of your inspirations.
Well, he was always into music. He was a DJ at the Axl Roller Rink in Niles, McGreevy's in Niles,
Yeah.
a, a drummer, and then he had a band. So I'd always watch the band come through the house, go in the basement, and there's always catching me coming down the stairs. So I'd be sitting on the stairs around the corner listening all the time. And they finally said, come on in, just sit over there and be quiet. And then my brother got me a Mr. Microphone and he'd hear me sing and be like, hey, you sound good. So I tried this stuff out in school and did stuff in front of school and everything like that. That's about it. I didn't join any bands or anything.
Right. Being growing up in music and being around with all female band, is it hard when it comes to relationship wise? When you're got to go out and play and you have men and women, people going crazy when you're out. Is that hard sometimes? Because look, Loretta, I'm on my fourth wife, so and I'm in the nightclubs every night of the week for the last 30 years playing. So what's that like?
Well, I could speak for myself and my band. It kind of freaks us out, all the attention we're getting, especially when we get off stage.
Yeah.
I can't go to the bathroom without someone wanting my picture or do you remember me? It's like, oh gosh, I thought I was good at remembering faces, but I'm meeting so many people and taking so many pictures and my hearing isn't what it is, used to be. So I'm like, what? And uh my favorite part is when I get off stage and I get to mingle.
And you get to mingle with the people who are really, it's funny because when you guys do your show, do you try to actually same clothes, same stage? You try to do exactly what Joan Jett does with that Black Hearts when you guys try to put the stage behind you, the clothes, or you guys just come out and do your own thing?
Well, we do try to emulate her, salute her, not
Yeah,
exactly, uh, you know, but definitely we all wear like hearts, black hearts jewelry, bandanas. Uh, Terry, Donna, and we dress more like the rocker 80s, and Lori and Laura are more punk style.
yeah,
So we definitely have outfits for stage. We have our bandanas that go on our mics.
sure,
We
sure.
have lights. We have banners. We have merch table, which is really cool, and our merch is really cool. So we don't try to copy Joan Jett, but we have
Right.
to make it known that we're trying to salute her.
Salute her in a good way. And you know what? That's number one way of complimenting somebody. You know what? Tribute bands. I was just talking with Ron Onesti, of course, and it's amazing what tribute bands are doing out there all over the country. I mean, they're drawing some better than the original artist. I mean, I seen the ABBA tribute. I seen the Bee Gees tribute out of New York. It was like, holy cow! I mean, you would think they were actually the real guys. I mean, it's amazing that and they have everything to the right tie and the right shirt and the right hair. I mean, everything's got to be perfect, you know.
Especially at BG's Gold. They've been
Yeah,
to the Arcada. Oh my gosh.
unbelievable. They're just
Yep.
fantastic. And then, of course, you got the Beatle bands and you got the Elvis bands. I mean, if you don't have the right scarf or the right suit or the right jacket or the right car, I mean, the right guitar, well, he doesn't play that, you know. So it's very cool. I'm going to throw some other female singers out at you, and you give me your thumbs up. What do you think? Let's start off with Blondie, of course.
Oh yeah. One way or
Oh,
another,
no.
gonna find you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you.
I mean, her, and you think about it, her and Joan Jett. I mean, one of the first people that come out and really started back when Blondie, CBGB's in New York and everything. She did a lot. What do you think of it? So obviously you like her, obviously.
Yeah, and I got good news to share, brand new news. Lori and Laura, and Laura's brother, and Jeff Fight from Lori's other band and the Mosquitoes, they formed a band called Heart of Glass. It's going to be a new Blondie tribute. It'll be our sister band.
So now you guys can do double bills, Joan Jett, and that's an incredible idea,
I
Joan Jett
know.
and Blondie. That's a great idea.
I'm not singing. We have a different singer named Jen. I forget her last name.
I got it. Let's go to Stevie Nicks. What do you think?
Boy, I listened to her growing up. Big influence on me.
Big.
I never sounded like her, but I remember I remember walking through the woods listening to my Walkman and listening to her for sure.
Another great female woman who really rocks and roll. How about the great Chrissie Hynde, Pretenders?
I think she's awesome. But
yeah,
Pat Benatar was my first love, actually.
that was the next one. You know what? She was an opera singer and went into rock and roll where the money was, and that's amazing.
I met her.
Yeah,
I met her.
You met her. How was
she? Her. You get to meet people at the Arcada and Des Plaines Theater.
Yeah,
especially before COVID.
Yeah,
so I got the meet and greet, and I'm like, and I was towering over her. I'm like, hey Pat, I'm like, remember Mr. Microphone? I'm like, I used to nail Hells for Children, and I'm like, but now I got to sing Joan Jett. 500,000 packs of cigarettes later, and so Lou, the photographer at the Arcada,
Lou Bellotti, great guy.
He's always I always ask, take 2 pictures of me, please. So he took one, and I'm like, hey Pat, can I put my elbow on your shoulder like we're buddies? And so she let me. And our picture compared to everyone else is so funny because she's laughing her ass off.
Very cool. And her husband, Neil Giraldo, what a guitar player.
Yeah, I got to meet him too. It's oh my God.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Let's, how about Janis Joplin?
Oh, I just listened to her yesterday. Unbelievable. I love looking at pictures and video of her. Just 1 in a million. I'm so sad she's gone.
She's gone very young. Did you like Lita Ford? Lita Ford fan?
Not as much as Pat Benatar and Joan Jett. But I always see Lita Ford when she comes in town.
Yeah. What about Cyndi Lauper? You like her at all?
Yeah, I like her, but it's not like I play her CD or anything.
Right. And one more. You got to go Cher. Are you a Cher fan?
Yeah. What's that? Gypsies, Thieves.
Tramps and Thieves. Yeah, sure. Yeah, she had some great stuff. But and all these women that we mentioned, including Joan, I mean, women activists, they're always talking, taking on rights and stuff. They're going on and try to promote what they believe in, and very popular. They're all they were all very, very strong women in music with their vocal opinions and everything that they're thinking on. Loretta, if a young girl comes up to you right now at one of your shows and says, I want to get into this business, what would you say to them?
Oh, it's happened to me before.
Okay. What would you say?
There are a lot of young girls that happen to attend with their mom or parents and stuff.
Yeah.
I always say, you might have a God-given talent. You might find that you sing well or play guitar well, but it's up to you to develop your talent, which means practice. And don't ever think that you got it all down, because you're always learning. You'll always be learning, and you'll always be improving.
Yeah, that's true. You got to do that. Craig Olson, another great musician with a band in session. We forgot. How about Grace Slick? Were you a Grace Slick fan? Jefferson Airplane, Starship?
Yeah, because my siblings listen to all that kind of music for sure.
I got it. Very cool.
All the words to all these women's songs that you've talked about.
Now Joan is what? Isn't she short? Isn't she like, how short? She's not very tall, is she?
No. She could probably still kick my ass though. I've been mistaken for her, like when I go to see her concerts, and sometimes I have to tell people I'm not Joan Jett. I have green eyes. Yeah. I'm what, 8 years younger? I don't know how much younger, 8 years younger or something. And I'm 5'9". I think she's like 5'3" or 2,
Loretta, what song do you guys open with? and your show, or does it change? Does your set list change a lot, or does it stick to the same hits
Depends if
over
we're
and over? What do
doing
you
the
guys do?
hour or the 90-minute set. And by the way, Lori does a few songs because she does Stepping Stone. You would not believe. We throw in some really excellent songs, but we do start with Bad Reputation and I Love
Yeah,
Rock and Roll, and we do
I
AC
rock and
because
roll.
Joan Jett does a lot of cover songs. We do all our cover songs.
Yes, yeah, she does definitely does a lot of cover songs, and she does a pretty good job with them. Actually, I think she does a great job with
Yeah.
the covers. You're listening to Loretta Remington, folks, from Bad Reputation, number one Joan Jett tribute band, all female Joan Jett tribute band, which is very, very cool. Loretta, they want to book you. Where do they go, honey?
The Bad Reputation Chicago.com.
And where is the next show where they can come and see you?
May 18th at Thursday, May 18th at the Des Plaines Theater with Los Angeles National Touring Aerosmith Band, all female, the Ragdolls. We're opening for them May 18th. May 19th, the
Anywhere
Broad
else?
Stop. May 24th, which is a Wednesday. I think that's Bourbon Street with Heartless. And then Keith's Reef, June 3rd. And then just go on our Facebook page or webpage and see the rest of our shows scheduled through the summer.
Loretta, are you a smoker?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. There you go. God bless. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, me, I have cigars too. 4 a day. It is what it is. You got to do what you got
Yeah.
to do. I love, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Some singers, Wayne Newton, for instance, back in Las Vegas, and he used to smoke. Steve Lawrence, Edie Gourmet, they used to smoke to make their voices a little bit more raspier. I met the guys from Big and Rich, the
Yeah.
country band, and they smoked cigars because their voice was too clean and too what, so they wanted to rough it up a little bit. Obviously, it will definitely rough up your voice when you smoke, for good and bad. So it depends on how you look at it. Loretta, the way this crazy world is right now, it's nuts. We've never been so divided in the world. One good thing that brings us all together, there you go. One thing that brings us all together is music. Thank God we got that. You know what I mean? But what's your opinion on everything that's going on right now?
Well, I just wish there was more rock clubs. You got to go so far to, I mean, where I'm at, Dirty Nelly's is down the street. I don't even know what's going on over there. But I mean,
Yeah.
Brower House, it's cool. It's 290, 355. Rock House straight down Algonquin. I don't mind the
Yeah.
drive to the Arcata St. Charles, 'cause it's kind of
Yeah.
pretty.
That's a
You
nice
can
one,
take the
too.
back roads. And my grandpa used to own a bunch of land where the high school is now, St. Charles. So I got a lot of family ties with the Des Plaines and Arcata Theater from back in the day. My grandparents lived in Des Plaines and St. Charles. Anyway,
Well, well, you know what? You guys keep doing what you're doing, Loretta. Do you guys put any original music in? Were you ever going to try that?
no, but I think we're gonna make a song about Joan Jett.
That would be very cool. How about throwing some pistols into that
Yeah,
show?
I mean, open to suggestions. We want to learn some new songs, because
Yeah, everybody does. Sure,
switch it up.
absolutely. Loretta Remington from Bad Reputation, folks, the number one Joan Jett tribute band. Make sure you check them out. Loretta, I want to thank you for your time. Please give my best to everybody. The ladies, keep rocking and rolling. Don't stop what you're doing, baby. Keep rocking and rolling. But do you actually, when I Love Rock and Roll comes on, you get kind of sick of doing that song? It's like, do we you know what I mean? You look at your set list, you know that song's coming. Obviously, it's the end of the night, but still, do you hate it or do you still love that
I
song?
used to say that, but I'm telling you, when the music starts, I get going. And when you look, if the lights aren't too bright, if you look down on everybody, everybody's singing along, dancing. And I kind of feel like, it isn't about me. I'm giving a special time to people in their night, or if they're at the festival. I'm giving them a good time. Everybody needs a release to sing along. If they know the words, they're dancing. Um, it's just great. It's kind of everybody comes together and everyone's feeling good. And I like to be a part of that.
That's good. You know what? You're giving music back, and that's what people need in this world right now is more music. Right. Loretta Remington, thank you for your time, honey. God bless you guys and the girls. The girls, of course, Bad Reputation, the number one all-female Joan Jett tribute band. I wish you guys a
Thank
lot
you.
of luck. Maybe we can get some shows together with the Dream Police or something. We'll
Of
do something.
course.
Thank you so much, Loretta. You have a great
Thank
weekend,
you,
honey.
you
God
too.
bless you.
Thanks.
Loretta Remington, everybody, give her a big round of applause with the number one Joan Jett tribute band, Bad Reputation. Everybody, you're watching Ocean Spit. Thank you. Hey, Richard, how you doing today? We are coming. We got so much stuff going on, and I hope you guys. You know what? We love bringing different entertainers on because it's important to support local music, live establishments, and there's not, like Loretta said, there's not that many clubs anymore for people to play. There's some good ones left. Dirty Nellies is closing, or they're going to remodel. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, but there's not that many as there used to be. Thank God we got Ron Onesti giving the 2 theaters that can go out there. Terry Lynn, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Christina, for some new people watching the show. Susan, the closer in the house. Let's get down to some birthdays. Kathy Eppolito, little Lily's birthday, turns 1 year old today. Happy birthday, Lee. George, the best from Chicago Prime Steakhouse. George, one of my great bosses. Happy birthday to my buddy George. Melissa, the wife of my good buddy Rhino Ryan, celebrates a birthday today, and it's Rhino's birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Melissa and Rhino. LaShwanda, happy birthday, my dear, if you're listening. Steve Stevens, great guitar player with Billy Idol, celebrates a birthday today. Valerie Bertinelli, one day at a time, former wife, of course, of Eddie, the great Eddie Van Halen, turned 63 years old today. You look at her, she doesn't look 63 at all. It's amazing, folks. Very, very cool. My prayers again go out to my good friend Yvette. You're out there, honey. We're there for you. Congratulations again. Ocean Spit was nominated again for the Josie Awards. Nashville, Tennessee, Grand Ole Opry, October 22nd and 23rd. And my tribute band, of course, Ocean's Rat Pack, has also been nominated, along with Nick Hodges and the Hitmen, Ronnie B. Elvis, Stephanie, Daryl Armenstad. Very, very cool. The list goes on and on of everybody that was nominated. That is so cool, man. The Josie Awards. How cool is that? Very cool. How about this, folks? A question was asked to me from a friend of ours. Christian Knievel posted something on her page. She says, why does a 6-year-old have to wear a cup in Little League? I don't know. I don't have little kids playing Little League, but I mean, are they throwing that fast that you have to protect the cup? I don't know. 6-year-olds, is that part of the uniform? I don't know. I don't have kids who play Little League, but it was interesting. Abruzzo's in Melrose Park is closing, or new owners. I only been there a couple of times. I never played there. I stopped there for a couple cocktails. Marie Lewis says, hello. How you doing? Yeah, do they wear a cup? John, maybe you can find that out. Stella! It's part of the uniform. My son used to play. Yes, Ron Onesti was nominated for the best venue, Arcada, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm wondering, I don't know. Today is also National Prayer Day, and we need to pray more than ever. I mean, guys, I'm not a big religious guy, but I do believe in God, and I believe that talent and the friends and everything we have is because of that. So go out and give it a prayer. I think it's important. Patrick Mahomes, NFL, Kansas City Chiefs, his brother, Jackson Mahomes, in trouble, arrested for sexual battery. Must be the black sheep of the family. Right there, folks? God bless you. All right, get this news, folks. Here it is. The Treasury Department says it's going to repurchase the U.S. government debt. Next year will be the first time in decades that this is happening. Where are they getting the money? That's what I like to know. Very interesting. Another thing, if someone told me, Tone, you go out of the country. I don't know if you guys do travel out of the country. If you do, I remember where certain spots. When you go to different bathrooms out of the country, they have bidets. You ever notice you don't have bidets in the United States that many places? Every hotel should have a bidet. You sit there, you get everything washed, the thing squirts out, you get everything. I mean, why don't they have bidets in hotels? People should have some bidets in their homes. How many people have actually tried a bidet? You don't want to get off that seat. Susan, the closer, right? Don't you wish? Japan has them everywhere. Well, there's a lot of countries that have them. We were in Aruba with the Rat Pack for 8 weeks years ago, and they had one. A lot of people have them. I think they should have one in every hotel here in the United States. I love this quote. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. Saying I identify is the same thing as saying I pretend to be. Let that sit in your mind this afternoon. Don't like talking politics too much, but every now and then I'm looking back at history and all the leaders, the different world leaders. If you ever noticed when it came to politics and when it came to the elections, they all tried to imprison their opponents. Stalin from Russia, Hitler in Germany, the guy from China. Everybody that's the political, when it's time for election, somehow or another, they try to get their opposition in jail or arrested. Not to mention any names, but you kind of know that. I think this is what our President Joe Biden's trying to do too. Put the competition away. Right? Little crazy. Think about it. History repeating itself. Other dates coming up, folks. May 11th will be at Capri in Willow Springs. And we're also, June 7th, will be at the new Capri, the Hilton in Downers Grove on June 7th, as it is. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's go. Hey, for all you Chicago White Sox fans, all you Italians out there, July 2023 is Italian Heritage Night. Oh, geez, come on. Boyd, I got to come up with something, buddy. I got to come up with something. We were being occupied. There you go. Yeah, Italy had Mussolini. Very good, Susan. Thank you. Do they have bidets? I don't know about that, Dennis. Excuse me. I might have to look at that. Well, that's one opinion, Craig. You got one. Good point. But I think all the politicians probably should be locked up, too. Every single one of them. Besides, so there you go. Going to try to get out. Helen, I hope you're doing well. What's important right now, folks, the era of sweeping shit under the carpet is over. People right now need to be uncomfortable. We need to be uncomfortable. Hiding all this shit that's going on under the carpet is not good. And everything eventually is going to come to the head. It's happening every day. I just don't know what's going to happen in this election in 2024. It's going to be a rodeo. It's going to be a circus. It's going to be this election coming up next year, folks. 2024 is going to be probably bigger than an OJ case. You know, everybody was watching it when it was on the screen and when it came on the court every day. It's going to be huge. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, no matter who wins, whether it's Democrat or Republican, no matter who wins, it's going to be shit show on each side. It's going to be and I'm nervous about it. Thank you, Susan. But we need to come together right now, Boyd. And you said it right. We all need to come together. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but Helen, you're right. Shit is going to hit the fan. And you know who's going to feel the pain, folks? Not Democrat Joe Biden, not Republican Trump or DeSantis. We are going to feel the shit. I'm scared. And I'm more scared for the future for our children because we're in trouble. We're in trouble, folks. Here, if you're willing to abandon your principles for convenience or social acceptance that are not your principle, then you're just wearing a costume. You're just going with the flow. Don't want to say nothing. Don't want to empty the apple cart. Don't want to do this. Don't want to. Listen, folks, I mentioned it before, going with the flow. The only thing that goes with the flow are dead fish. Dead fish are the only thing that goes with the flow. It's scary. And I feel horrible for that, man. I'm happy for Ed Sheeran, who was found not guilty, of course. They said he copyrighted something in the song What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, but he was um, found not guilty on that charge. So good for him. I like Ed Sheeran. He's a great entertainer, musician, great songwriter, has some great songs. So good for him. We talked about it yesterday. Huey Lewis and the News got sued from Ray Parker Jr. because he had Ghostbusters, was a little like want a new drug. There was a lawsuit with that. My Sweet Lord, George Harrison, the Chiffons, He's So Fine. George lost a big case on that. So it's a little scary, folks. For all you Yellowstones fans, I heard today that Kevin Costner wants out of that TV show. I mean, I think it's a great show. For all you sci-fi monster fans, Creature of the Black Lagoon, the original one, Rico Browning passed away at the age of 93 years old. He was the original guy in the Creature of the Black Lagoon costume for the movie. It's sad. We're done talking about this stuff because we're come to the end of the hour. I don't know, man. I'm just hoping that people still go out, support local entertainment, go out and have fun. Try to get through life. It's crazy, man. Don't worry about the little shit. Don't worry about the little shits. Don't worry about stuff you can't control. I'm trying. I'm learning through that because I always worry about all little shit, and stuff that's out of our control. What if it rains, or what if this, or what if that? It is what it is. It's sad, but I'm trying. I'm learning. Ocean Spit, little show about big things, folks. Let's not forget one of our couple slash sponsors, Patriot Funding Incorporated. That's Dave Antonelli, commercial money lending at its finest when timing is everything. That's Patriot Funding Incorporated. Give Dave a call at 630-675-4730. And let's not forget Ace Hardware, Norridge, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville, folks. They got so much stuff going on. U-Haul rentals. They already gotta love it, man. I just love all their stuff. They have, spring is in the air, so they got a bunch of outdoor furniture, unique lawn and garden decor, as well as flowers, vegetables, herb plants. Grill your ace off. Get $20 off any grill purchase. They have looking for spice. They have tons of spices for your barbecue this summer. Don't forget to tune up that lawnmower, $105 plus parts. Your neighborhood powerhouse. Take advantage of the auto key programming. Feel 50% less than if you went to the dealership to replace the key. Download the Ace Reward apps. That's Ace Hardware, supporting local establishments, and they've been supporting neighbors before they were neighborhoods. That is Ace Hardware. You got to love it. Thank you, Raphael, Jackie, and Melissa there. Great people, always promoting, and that's what it's about. All right, guys. Now, remember, you still got time to jump on that cruise. 2024 Chicago Music Cruise. Go to that chicagomusiccruise.com website. Jump on that cruise January 7th to January 14th, 2024. 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise. Royal Caribbean, Wonders of the Sea, Orlando, Florida, Coco Cay, Bahamas, St. Martin, St. Thomas, Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, the main event band, and Seventh Heaven. The one and only, all on one cruise ship. I am so excited. Well, folks, it is coming. Craig says, never sweat the small stuff. Everything is the small stuff. Good point. Pina, how you doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo. We all need to be kind to one another. Karen, love and peace is absolutely right, my dear. And again, congratulations to Ocean's Rat Pack. Ocean's Pit nominated for the Josie Awards. Me and Laura already got our tickets. We're going down there because we want to be part of it. And congratulations, Daryl Armenstadt and Sonia, Nick Sahajas, Arcada Theater, Ron Onesti, Lou Bellotti, Photographer of the Year. I think Daryl Armenstadt, we said Daryl already, Stephanie, Everybody was, a lot of good people were nominated. So just congratulations. Again, Josie and Tina, thank you so much. Just being in that room, the Grand Ole Opry, is a pretty cool feeling, whether you get your name called or not. Hi, Marie, Chicago Prime tonight. There you go. Well, good. Looking forward to see you, Stella. It's George's birthday, the owner of Chicago Prime Steakhouse tonight. It's going to be allowed. Yeah, congratulations to all is right. Ocean's Rat Pack next show is going to be May 24th at the Alley, the Carnival Restaurant, folks, on Fulton Market, downtown Chicago. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, everybody, I want to thank you all for watching the show today. Remember, keep supporting live entertainment, local establishments, buy local, shop local. Be kind, everybody. Crank the greatest band in the world, the Raspberries. Just got my hoodie. And just keep music alive, man. Keep supporting it. The great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. We need it more than ever. Have an incredible weekend. We'll be back Monday, same time, same station, here at Ocean's Pit. Take a button, share the show, let everybody know about the little show about big things here. And God bless you all. Nick Sahaj is the piano man, my very good friend. Take us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Thank you, Loretta Remington, and Bad Reputation, a tribute to Joan Jett. God bless you all, everybody. Have a great weekend. Peace. Love ya.